game. It is the Titans versus the Sea Eagles, and both sides will be welcoming back Origin contingents. As for the Titans, they are naming Campbell in the 1, and then it is the familiar 2 through 5 of Mazu, Kelly, Herbert, and Sammy. Clark is keeping his 9 shirt. Stone comes into the 11. There is no Proctor this week. Fafita is in the 12 shirt. Fasu and Malawi back from Origin duty as well in the 13. And then their bench will be Peachy, Jolliffe, McIntyre, and Whitbread. As for the Sea Eagles, pretty much unchanged. Kepi is into the lineup as their only change. Tom Trebojevic is expected to run out at 1, so Titans fans, it's not looking brilliant for you, in all honesty, because we know what a Sea Eagles side with him can do. Foran and Cherry Evans are your 6 and 7 pairing. Croker keeping that 9 shirt. He's keeping Cade Cust out of the squad at the minute. Lawton has done enough to hang on to that 12 shirt as well, with Olaka R2 in the 11 shirt and Ben Trebojevic in the 15 as well, with Dylan Walker in 14. Sipley is your final interchange. I mean, we said it last week. The Sea Eagles need to play well, prove they can play well without Tom Trebojevic. They hit the Cowboys for 50 points basically. They looked the part. They played very well, and again, they're only going to get better as they welcome back their Origin players, but the same can be said about the Titans. Missing a lot of key players last week, and despite, a 35-34 scoreline against the Roosters, didn't play that well. It was only a last 20, 15-minute push that almost saw them snatch the game. But again, you got to stay consistent. You got to remain in the game at all times, and the Titans just left it too late, and no Brimson this week as well, which is a big loss for the Titans. It's got to be said they're a far better team with him in the squad than without him, but you got Peachy there in the 14 who just comes in and causes carnage wherever he goes, basically. Wherever you fancy sticking him, Peachy will just be a continual headache.
Yeah. The interesting thing about last week was that Fifi and Tino played, but they weren't used as they typically would be. But they still played. And the Titans still got thumped. Did they get thumped? I actually can't remember. It's been a long week.
Yeah, 35-34 against the Roosters. They were getting blown out at one point.
I only remember the first 50 minutes. I think I turned the TV off after that. So that's why I think the Titans got thumped. Yeah, but they were getting thumped. And then, just pigs started flying, and very nearly we had a new record in the books. Didn't happen. Unlucky Titans. Don't really know if this is the team I want to be playing the week after that. Tommy Turbo, good afternoon. Welcome back. Good to see you. You're going to run rings around the Titans. I have no doubt about it. I do like Tyrone Peachy on the bench. I really like Peachy. He's becoming a very good bench player. His impact has been superb this year. Don't really know why they have Dylan Walker on there. Doesn't really, it's like Moses Sully. Doesn't really give a whole bunch of versatility. But then again, neither does Tavita Funa, who's a winger. Neither does Christian Tuipulotu. I apologize if I butchered that. Another winger. At least DeLewis is a forward, so he can play wing and prop. I believe I had Manly 13 plus. I'm going to stick to that. I know I had Turbo as an anytime try scorer. I believe I also had Carl Lawton as an anytime try scorer going up against Sam Stone. I'm not 100% sure. You could absolutely make a case for Brad Parker as well with Turbo back. I don't really think there's much of a need to analyse this one. We've rambled on enough about every other game from my perspective. 13 plus for Manly, Turbo, Parker, and or Carl Lawton anytime.
Yeah. I'm going to join you. Sea Eagles 13 plus. I reckon probably a high scoring game. I reckon this one runs for a minimum of 46.5. So back the over on what they are offering on that market. I think the majority of those points will be made up by the Sea Eagles. Again, just Tom Trbojevic, ever since that injury, come back, just a headache all the time. And then you've got players outside him like Jason Saab, who will just, you give him a straight line, he'll gun it down the line. So it's ridiculous to watch. I mean, you look at the forward packs. Yes, the Titans have got the better of the forward pack, So, but saying that, the Sea Eagles not exactly light on reinforcements with Paseka and Tapau. And obviously Jake Trbojevic as well. Lawton has come in and done a decent job. The only thing that does, like you say, concern me is the bench. You've got Ben Trbojevic, who's somewhat of a back. Dylan Walker, who, yes, can come in, be a playmaker, be an edge player if you need him to, be a 13 if you really need him to. And then Kepi and Sipley. The Sea Eagles want a 13 quality. The bench hit and miss, but then again, the Titans, the only real player of note for their bench at the minute is Peachy and maybe Jolliffe at a push on his day. So, but yeah, I'm going to go Sea Eagles 13 plus. Anytime try scorer. Do you know what? Left field, we're going Kieran Foran. I think DCE will be that structured player. Yeah, exactly. We're going wildly unpredictable today. I just think that Foran probably gets a decent opportunity coming to the line. He's not been doing a lot of running, and I think that he'll probably be given a little bit more license to roam against the Titans, especially with how they play with Fogarty and Taylor, and them being quite mobile in the halves. So it's a value shout. Always gamble responsibly. If you don't think it's a decent tip, don't back it. But I'm going to go with Foran anytime.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, well, I think that's it then. We've gone for it longer than we usually would. That's flown. But no, thank you for joining us. I am sick of the sound of my own voice, and you are probably sick of it too. So with that, we will sign off. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you then.